Hi there, Emily Stamets here, coach for the women and femme folks of theater. Forgive me for a moment, I'm going to make sure that I share this video into my free Facebook community because this is in direct response to one of the incredible women and a struggle that she shared earlier this week. So I wanted to talk today about why theatrical people so often struggle with this catchphrase that's being so what is the word I'm looking for? It's like being so elevated right now of being consistent. If you're in entrepreneurship, if you're doing any sort of personal development, if you're in health and fitness, any kind of wellness approaches, everyone talks about consistency. And the thing that I hear again and again and again from the people that I work with and my community is that it's so hard. We get so excited at the beginning of a project and we go whole hog, we're on fire for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then all of a sudden we struggle. We quit, things get hard, and we just sort of peter out and typically don't finish whatever the thing is. And that is the opposite of consistency, right? It is that's really the definition of inconsistent, is when you start something, you're on fire, and then you quit. And this happens again and again and again. Now, I'm not knocking consistency. Consistency is so valuable. It's so important, especially when we have habits like you should be working out every day. You should be moving your body every day. You should be meditating, doing some sort of self-care, energetic healing every day. Those things need to happen every day, and that's really powerful. And if you are like me and the other theatrical folks that I work with, and you struggle with that, I wanted to share some insight and some tips into why you struggle with that and how that struggle is actually a strength. Okay, so here's the first thing. I think my theory that I'm working on here now, I have not done a research study on it, so I can't tell you exactly how it's psychologically founded or anything, but I have found that theatrical people and creative people typically struggle more with that cycle of getting really excited about something and then quitting, between 5 and 12 weeks in, more than people who are called to accounting or being a lawyer. I think that that's just who we are. We are people who get excited about new things. We are project-based people. And I think that's part of what draws us to theater and to the arts. You get cast in a show, or you get chosen to design a show, or you decide to direct a show. You work on the show, you're excited, you're building this thing, you're creating it. You get into the rehearsal process, you lock it all down, you open it, and then you close it down and you start on the next thing. And that is a cycle that we're drawn to. We love that project-based, serial project calendar. We love that. We're drawn to that. I think it's inherent in us, and I think it's part of why we love theater so much. And it's part of why it's so hard for us to be consistent with things like daily workouts, meditation habits, all of those sorts of things that people tell us we're supposed to be consistent with. So here are some ideas that I just want to throw out there, and I would love to hear your feedback. So make sure you comment or email me. You can always email me, hello@emilystamets.com, and let me know what your thoughts are. If you disagree, tell me. If you have a different experience, tell me. If you agree and this is lighting you on fire, let me know. So here are some of the thoughts that I have. Just because you're not the same as what everyone else is supposed to be does not mean you're broken, and it does not mean that you're wrong, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to work for you. In fact, just as in theater and the arts, you being different is a strength. It's a beautiful thing, and it's part of what makes you you, and it's part of what makes you so beautiful and so valuable to your creative work. What happens if instead of trying to change yourself and trying to change that natural inherent excitement about starting something new and that love of the project cycle, instead of trying to change yourself, what happens if you change all of the things in your life to meet who you are? Instead of looking at this love of projects, this love of getting started as a deficit, start thinking of it as a strength and start thinking about how you can design the things you're trying to do to meet that strength. So here are some examples. I meditate daily. If I did the same meditation every day, I would like scoop my eyeballs out with a rusty spoon. I change it up. I will say, great, this is what I'm working on now, until I find myself starting to get bored. And then I'm going to find a new guided meditation or a new meditation approach. Or I'm going to, I'm really going to work really hard to make sure I do 3 weeks straight. And then I'm going to change it up and do it at night instead. Okay, so there's always something new to get excited about. There's always a new beginning. And I don't let things go long enough that I get bored and quit. I listen to the boredom first. And I say, great, this is the time that I need to change things up and start a new project. If you're a business owner, if you're in entrepreneurship, try building your business in a way that meets that love of starting. So instead of saying, okay, I need to talk to 20 people a day, or I need to, spend 1 hour on marketing every day, do it in cycles, do it in chunks, and say, for the first week of the month, I focus on this, and I get this thing started. You can do a monthly theme. You can do, 2 or 3 months of a theme. You get it started. You're excited about it. And then you automate and autopilot everything else. And for the time that you get bored, so it finishes itself. But you still get to get excited about the beginning. You get to plan it. You get to create it. You get to build it. And then let it run its course until closing night. What are some other examples? Fitness. Okay, fitness. Whew. This has been a long thing for me. If I had to do the same kind of workout every day, I would just stop. I would quit. I would be like 850 pounds. I would not be energetic and vibrant, and I wouldn't be moving. So I change things up. I choose fitness programs. This is why I love Beachbody so much. I choose fitness programs that last between 3 weeks and 12 weeks. And anything longer than that, I know is not a good fit for me, because 12 weeks is like the very longest that I can possibly be excited about something. So I get excited about the new program. I get excited to start it. I lock in the habit of doing it. And then I can sort of like push myself through that last bit of time when I'm maybe not so excited, but the finish line is so close. And then I've got that closing night to celebrate. And then I have something new to get excited about. Like literally the next day, I always have my next fitness program already lined up. Same thing for you. If you're a gym goer or a swimmer, change things up. Say for the next 3 to 6 weeks, I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to build this skill, or I'm going to do this kind of workout, or I'm going to work with this trainer. I'm going to go to this class for 3 to 6 weeks. Track it, get excited about it, see where you start, see where you end, close that shit down after closing night, and start something new the next day. So you always have something new to get excited about. Use your theatrical cycle tendencies as a strength instead of trying to fight against them. And consistency never has to be a problem for you ever again. All right. I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on this, because this is sort of like brand new thinking. I've been playing around with it for a little while. I wanted to make sure that I was confident about it before I shared it, but I really would love to hear what you think about this, what ideas you have for how to use your theatrical strengths and those things that drew you to theater and the arts in the first place to live all of the other normal parts of life just as well. Okay. All right. That's it for now. Keep on living that Broadway-worthy life, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.